G'day folks, today on the bench I'm going to tie you up with Tom Thumb. Here's a fly that's been around for many years and tied several different ways. I'm going to show you one version I tie and go over the materials we need to tie this fly. I'm going to be using a standard dry fly hook, this size 12. You can use a size 14, it's probably the best size for these. I'm going to be using some nice deer hair. You want to make sure you've got some fairly fine deer hair with some length to it, some good tips. You don't want it too coarse. Over the body I'm going to be using some Antron color to match your naturals. You can tie that up in different colors. I've just added a little kind of a bit of an egg sac in the back here. I'm just going to use some Midge braid. You can take a couple wraps of something bright back there, orange or Caddis green would be good. You can tie all kinds of bodies. This one's got the dub body. I've seen it originally tied with just deer hair, and it's been one of the favorites for many years for so many anglers. I had one of our viewers reach out to me and ask if we could tie one of these up. So here it is, and it's a good suggestion too. We appreciate anyone reaching out to us and have any ideas or suggestions for on the bench. We'll be happy to do what we can. Okay, to start I'm going to dress the shank as always. I clip off a little pinch of my deer hair. Now you can dress it. I had that first fly dressed pretty thick. I'm going to dress this one a little bit thinner. Just show you the little difference. Make sure you get the guard hairs out. Stack the tips. And we get that about gape length. And run our thread forward on the butts. I'm just taking loose turns on here, just keep everything gathered up until I get to behind the head. And I don't get right to the head. I leave some space up front there. And I can take some little tighter turns when I'm coming back now. We get to the back. If your hair wants to splay out on you, like it will when you put pressure on it, just take another soft turn or two just to gather it up. And that'll kind of tidy that up and keep your hair tight. Then I'll come in with another patch of hair. Clean out the under fur. Make sure they get all that brushed out so it stacks. Put the tips in the stacker. Straighten them all out. Well, the secret to these flies is just measuring. You can get a good stack, and I don't like that stack. I want to see those black tips lined up. Oh, a little better. Pretty sure I had all the under fur out of there, but maybe they didn't. Sometimes it won't stack quite right if you leave it in there. It is a little better. And all this hair has different characteristics. So what I'm going to do is come to the end of the tail. That's where I measure from. My tie-in point is right where I've pinched. Right here. That's where my pinch is, and that's how you measure. Now I'm just going to transfer, keep an eye basically on the ball there where that would be, and tie it in at that point. Then I'll just run my loose wraps forward again, gather up a bunch of my hair. There's going to be some stragglers, of course. That's okay. We're going to cover all this anyway. Now if you're using little coarser hair, you could use a body for the deer hair for the body as well. I'm going to use the dub body. And you can use all types of colors, and there's just basically Tom Thumb is a style. It was made direct basically with just deer hair like I mentioned, and probably just effective that way as well. Okay, so then I'll bring in some of my Midge Braid here. It's a nice little material, kind of imitate my egg sac of a caddis. Basically just want kind of a turn just so you can barely see it back there. Then I'll bring in some Antron. Just going to throw a half hitch in here. Get my Antron, and I'm going to double find, just cover my thread. You can use ice dub and all kinds of materials. I'm just getting a very thin dry fly dub on here. I just want to get it barely just covering the thread. A little one poking out of there. It's okay. But you notice how much thinner this fly is than that other one. They both have their purpose. I would fish both of them. Now I'm just going to simply grab the longer tips will come out. The tail should come out of the mix here. Get a good tight grab on here and pinch it on the top. Get some turns in behind. And there it is. A nice little hump there. Pull it around the front. I'll just stand that wing up, catch a couple of turns, whip finish in the front. That'll get a little dab of head cement, and there it is. Little Tom Thumb. Very, very versatile little fly. Not too difficult to tie once you manage the hair a little better. The more you do, the better you get with it, and it's a great little fly pattern. It's been around British Columbia for many, many years. I believe it came out of England originally. There's some guys that, fish this fly pretty much exclusively for up top, and a lot of times it gets shoot up a little bit, and it even fishes better. So, thanks for watching on the bench again, and we'll hope to see you in the water, and hope you enjoy using this little Tom Thumb.